Hi there, this is Michelle Schwab, founder of oneperfectdayweddings.com.au, where I show my brides quickly and easily for them to become a guest at their own wedding. I've just gotten off the phone with a client who's going to work with me on her day on the day coordination, and I wanted to share with some of our conversation because in fact it's how most brides feel about their upcoming days to their wedding. So for the sake of this conversation, let's call her Phoebe, the perfectionist. So Phoebe's feeling really stressed out at the moment, and here's some of what she's told me. On the 27th, she's making fudge, or her and her bridesmaids. On the 28th, she's she'll be out until 2 p.m. because she'll be getting her hair and some beauty treatments happening. She's bought some particular trays to make fudge in the big batches. And so she needs to find a place to have them go in a cold room overnight to her Uncle Jeff's. And then on the 28th, she's got flowers that have to be picked up between 7 and 9 and taken to Uncle Jeff's for the cold room. And then she's thinking we need a van and 2 people. She doesn't know who's picking these up from Jeffrey's or dropping them to the wedding venue and on what day. So, you know, there's other things as well. She's got all the little things that she's adding to her wedding, like lanterns that need to be taken from her home and to the venue. And she doesn't even want to ask her mum because feels like she's burdened her with spending too much time on serviettes. So after she had expressed all this, nervous tension, I assured her that we can do this. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is to show you that this is the typical overwhelmed brides feel in the week before their wedding. And what steps can you take now towards eliminating that stress? So plan ahead, especially the week before, and plan it in chunky sized tasks and hour blocks. This is sometimes easier said than done when you don't have the experience and you don't know what to expect. So I know you've just taken on the role as wedding planner, and I actually show you how to do this step by step in your wedding planning system, whether you're doing wedding planning workshops with me or you have one-to-one coaching. But to plan ahead takes a logical mind, so you've got to really think about how and who will make it work. And then secondly, you need to ask for help. A lot of us struggle to ask for help and don't want to place burden on anyone. So if you're thinking it's cheaper or if it's more fun, I do it myself, just remember it takes 250 hours to plan a wedding, so don't be afraid to ask family and friends. You'll find that they'll provide you with the support you need, and even give you ideas that you hadn't even thought of in a logistical manner. And thirdly, just don't take on too much. We all seem to do it. It's like we could get possessed by superwoman powers and we think we can help out everyone who asks. So my word of advice, especially in the last 3 months coming up to your wedding, just start saying no and just really thinking about will it serve you if you take on those extra tasks. So the way to avoid chaos and wedding stress in your life is to plan your work and work your plan. So what happens when you create a clear picture or plan these busy logistical weeks before the wedding? We actually start thinking more realistically of what can be achieved and what actually needs to happen. And we become more practical with our time. So I want to ask you, what needs to be accomplished in the last days if you can't do this yourself? What needs to happen and by whom for everything to come together? How will you plan your final days before the wedding so you can sit back and be a guest at your own wedding? So that's my question for you this week. If you were not available in the last week, what would need to happen? How and who will bring it all together? That's my question for you this week. Till next week.